This is a quick disclaimer before we jump into the main content of the video. If you are seeing this, the games are now officially out because I'm filming this in advance, but this is going in front of the video that I had pre-recorded for Monday. Haven't decided if this is going to be Tropius or Ursaluna yet, but yeah, I had some videos pre recorded there to go through the weekend here, and the main reason why I'm making this disclaimer is to announce that I am taking a brief break from uploading the videos. I'm going to take the time to hopefully sit down and start filming a Violet playthrough. My idea is I'm going to try to start filming it over the course of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then have videos from that for the following week. That's the main plan behind or the main theory behind the plan there. I'm also going to be doing a Scarlet playthrough and trying to get ready for the ranked ladder. So I'm going to be a very busy boy. I've had a lot of fun with doing these discussion videos, and now that the games are out, hopefully I actually know more about the actual moves that are coming around. I'm going to be trying to catch up, see what we got for new moves, base power wise, and so forth. And yeah, anyways, I'm just going to take a quick break from uploading. I'm still going to be filming, but I've had a video come out every single day since the 9th. By the time this video comes out, it's the 21st, which is going to be nice. So yeah, anyways, just wanted to say, if you've enjoyed the content, keep watching, and I will see you in about a week. Anyways, let's jump on into the main video now. What is going on, YouTube Espresso Sheko, as well as Noel, are here today. Let's talk about the Pokemon that keeps on giving, Ursaluna. This is one of the ones I am most excited about. We know Teddy Ursa and Ursaring are back, which means there's a good chance Ursaluna is back in Scarlet and Violet. Don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to be a evolution that's available right from the get-go, or if this is going to be a wait until home updates and transfer one from Arceus / Pokemon Go. But Ursaluna, this is going to be fun. The Hisuian evolution for Ursaring that came out in Legends Arceus, they gave it a great stat distribution: 130 HP, 140 attack, 105 defense, which is nice since Ursaring was kind of lacking in its defenses. It's got an 80 special defense, and it's got 50 speed. So it's a little bit slower than Ursaring because I think Ursaring's like 55, but I digress. That's okay. Trick Room is a thing. Tailwind is a thing. There's plenty of forms of speed control out there that you can get around this. Ursaluna, so far to our knowledge, is a Guts user, which is a great ability. Whenever you have a status condition, you are getting a 50% boost into your attack stat. It also ignores the attack reduction effect of burn. So in addition to getting your attack boosted, you're not even having the reduction to neutralize that. This is just a straight up benefit. You get a good boost. Unfortunately, you have to deal with the effects of whatever the status condition is, so burn will still chip your HP away. Poison, same idea. Sleep, you can't move unless you have sleep talk. I digress. Some of Ursaluna's other abilities is bulletproof and unnerve. Could change by the time Scarlet and Violet are out. I think Hisuian Arcanine's abilities changed. I think instead of getting Justified as its hidden ability, it gets Rockhead. I don't know. I saw a few inklings about that on Twitter, but wasn't really diving too much into it. A couple of ideas that I was thinking for Ursaluna here, move-wise. Let's make it a Facade Bond. Facade is base 70 damage, doubles if you have a status condition, so you're already looking at base 140 power. You are a normal type, which means you get stab on Facade. You're looking at about 210 base power coming off that move if you've got your guts boost and your attack stat is also boosted. this thing's just going to have a delete button all across the board. Another thing too is Ursaluna's part ground type, so you could give it high horsepower, which is a base 95 single target ground type move. It's not in Showdown, but if Headlong Rush makes it into Scarlet and Violet, that's going to be fun, because that's basically a ground type close combat. In Legends, it was base 100 damage, but so was close combat, so I have a good estimation, and there is a reason to believe that it's going to be around base 120. That's going to be fun. That's another delete button. The other thing that I was thinking with this one here too is we're going to use the Flame Orb as our item, basically. The holder gets burned at the end of the turn it's on the field, or the first turn it comes onto the field if it's not already has a status. So we're going to burn ourselves with a Flame Orb so that we guarantee the Guts boost and the Facade double damage. Then what I was thinking too is Protect definitely guarantees us that we get our Guts boost because we protect ourselves from whatever comes our way. Ideally stick this thing next to a Trick Room user, which is why I have Slowbro over here, because Slowbro gets Trick Room, gets Oblivious, it's taunt immune, so it could go for Trick Room, and now we are very slow. We have a status condition, so we don't have to worry about Amoonguss under Trick Room going for a Spore, and then we can just start hitting things. And speaking of Amoonguss, that's why I had Ice Punch here. Ursaring and Ursaluna get an insane amount of coverage. So the one thing that I'm very happy about is Ursaluna gets to keep access to Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Rock Slide. These are all wonderful moves for a coverage specialist. I haven't shown it in other videos too, but there is one site that I like to use when I'm putting teams together, and that is PokémonDB.net, because they have a handy little type coverage checker here. So basically, you can input your moves for what you want. So say, for example, we have normal, ground, and ice on that first set of Ursaluna. We hit calculate, and it basically looks at everything that's in the game there and brings it up to see like what we have for no effect. Obviously, we don't hit Shedinja with either a ground, normal, or ice type move. As far as not very effectives go, we hit pretty much everything either neutrally or super effectively. And keep in mind too, this isn't reflected to show Scarlet and Violet just quite yet, because the games, like I said, they're literally coming out the day after I film this, so this will probably get updated in a while. But yeah, I thought it was a cool little coverage checker, because you can also do this, take ice out, maybe put fire in. Now you hit Shedinja, now you have 6 things that resist you. So it's a cool little tool to play around with that I really like. So moving back to Ursaluna. With this Flame Orb set, I figured keep it simple. Max HP, max attack. Have an odd number for the HP stat, because Burn is doing, I think it's, I don't know, because Gen 8 I think changed it back to 1/16, and I think Gen 7 was 1/8 of your max HP for burn damage. I don't remember the exact breakdown, but yeah. Anyways, odd number there, and then that way, the point with the way how the decimal works out, it just rounds down instead of rounding up to the next amount. So you can kind of squeeze out a little bit of extra health that way. The other thing too is you have 4 points left over. You could slap it in special defense, add an extra point there if you wanted to. You could do extra point in defense. You can even go like maybe bring this down to 235, and you can go maybe 12 into one stat, or sorry, you can go 20 maybe. What I was going to do is I was going to go 8 and 8, but then again, that's 4 stats. I've mentioned it before. You get points that get that don't get quite fully utilized if you only do 4 stats, and I don't want to put speed on this thing, so yeah. Anyways, just for the sake of the example, I was going to do 4 into each defense, which would then leave an extra 4 points left over for speed. I mean, you still could do it if you wanted to, if you're not running Trick Room, but yeah, anyways. Let's move to the next set. So the next idea that I was thinking was either Choice Band or Assault Vest. So Choice Band, you lock yourself into one of 4 moves, basically in exchange for another 50% boost into your attack power. Now you're not necessarily guaranteeing your burn, but Guts is still a good ability to have on there, because if they want to try to shut you down, well, now they're really falling into your trap card there, because, you know, you have Choice Band, you have Guts. None of those modifiers are really stacking. You could even self-target yourself. You could grab something like, say, Dragapult, run Will-O-Wisp, go for Will-O-Wisp into yourself, hope you hit, because it isn't 100% accurate. You could do that. With this set here, with the Choice Band, I did it off in Pokemon DB with Normal, Ground, Rock, and Fairy. So basically, punch that in right quick. There you go. That hits pretty wide across the board. If you wanted to take Play Rough out, though, and take the Fairy off, put Ice Punch on, it hits a little bit more things super effectively, but Play Rough does have the higher base power, so you gotta give and take when you're playing around with this. But yeah, anyways, that was one thing that I was thinking. With the Choice Band side of it, you're getting an insane amount of attack power, but you could go with the Assault Vest and give your special defense a boost. Now you're just locked into damaging moves as opposed to status moves, in exchange for a 50% boost to your special defense. So that's why I put 4 HP here, but if you wanted to, you could maybe go... This example is working better than the Flame Orb one, but yeah, you could maybe tone down your attack power just a little bit. Bring yourself up to like maybe 130 just to kind of round out your defense a little bit. So now you're basically looking at 235 HP, 209 attack, 130 defense, and basically 150 special defense because of that Assault Vest. You would have to watch out for moves that remove your items like knockoff, but at least now you're a bulky bear. And same idea with the Guts. You have it there. You can either try to status yourself some way, or you could just keep it there as a means of having counterplay in case you're running against an opponent that likes to run status moves. Yeah, that's where I was mainly thinking about that. We have a Sword Stance set as well because, heaven forbid, in addition to all of the coverage that Ursaluna gets, it also gets Sword Stance, which can double its own attack stat with 1 move. Now you can run maybe like a Figgy Berry. Maybe you could run maybe more into HP and defenses than you would necessarily your attack, just to get really bulky. Like maybe you want to run up to, I don't know, maybe you want to run 120, or maybe you don't even want to run an Adamant Nature. Maybe you want to run a Careful Nature to patch up your special defense, or your Impish Nature for physical defense. You could do that, try to increase your bulk a bit more. Put this up here maybe, because if you're doubling your attack and you have the Guts, you don't really need to go super overboard on your attack. Once the games are out too and damage calcs or everything, we can look at this a little bit more in depth. But I thought this was a cool idea. You can get Sword Stance, you can run Figgy Berry, whereas you can get a big burst of HP because Figgy Berry is a pinch berry, which gives you a bit more HP back than a Citrus Berry. But Citrus Berry is a thing that you could run. You could also maybe run Leftovers. I don't think this thing gets Drain Punch, but if it did, that would be scary. Because now you've got bulk, now you've got attack, and you have a reliable means of increasing your HP. And in regards to this set, the Assault Vest / Choice Band set, and the Flame Orb set, as far as Terastallization goes, you could go Terra Normal if you really want to abuse Facade. You could go Terra Ground and increase whatever ground type moves damage you're running. Like I said, if Headlong Rush makes it into the game, that's great. But if it's exactly close combat for ground types, you are lowering your defenses. So that is one idea too to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure this thing gets Earthquake too. You could do that. You could go Earthquake. Have a spread move option. Yeah. Maybe too, if you wanted to go like Rock. I don't recommend terrorizing into a rock type, but you could maybe consider going Terra Fairy, and then that way you have a good ground stab that hits steel types and poison types. Now you're hitting fighting types super effectively with that boosted play rough, and you're resisting fighting types, which would be one way of getting around your normal type weakness. You could go maybe fire or dark as well. You kind of want to be burned though, so fire's burn immunity, not as beneficial, but you're hitting grass type super effectively, you're hitting ice type super effectively. Both of those things are naturally super effective to Ursaluna's ground type. If you go dark type, you could become immune to prankster priority moves, specifically something like Swagger or maybe even Parting Shot, because I heard the rumor on Twitter again too that Grimmsnarl gets Parting Shot. So there is that to keep in mind. And speaking of Grimmsnarl, I have it here because I was thinking, you know what, depending on what you're setting or running for your Ursaluna, you could set dual screens to help increase your longevity there. You could do that. You can also do Dragapult as well, because Dragapult gets screens. Maybe you want to run like support Dragapult, kind of like how people used to with support, or for Colossal, run support Dragapult. Maybe even do something to, like maybe, I think it was Light Screen, Surf, Will-O-Wisp, and Breaking Swipe. Maybe you could do something like that, because you could maybe cheese out. I don't think it's going to be as popular because of Terrestrialization versus Dynamax, but you could run a weakness policy. Just food for thought. You could do that. I don't know if you necessarily want to, but there you go. There is the bulky bear. Weakness policy. Surf. They try to I'm stumbling a little bit. They try to rein you in with a burn and your guts activates. Bada ping, bada boom. You just got deleted. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on Ursaluna. Hopefully, it's available right from the very beginning, and it's not a wait until the home update in early 2023. But yeah, I'm excited. I think between Ursaluna, Hydreigon, and Rotom, I think that's probably like my three most top anticipated returning Mons that I want to see in Scarlet and Violet. And in terms of the VGC side of it, I think Ursaluna might be the most one that I'm excited about to see in action.